We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Hey guys, this is Jason Yu from Sense Minds Magic. Thank you so much for supporting us and picking up this project. This has always been a fantasy for stage magicians, being able to produce cards from an open palm with wiggling fingers. We got huge inspiration from many giants in magic, such as Peter Marvel, who we believe is the very first person to make this effect famous. And after that, there's so many magicians came up with their own way. And today we're glad to share with you our own take on it. It was originally designed by our genius friend Bojan. When he first showed this to us, we fell in love with it. It deserved to be on our line. It is super versatile. Anything hides behind your palm can be produced from thin air. So without further ado, let's get into the explanation. Hey guys, I know you guys have been waiting for a long time, and here is the secret of this effect. And all we need is this gimmick right here. And on the top of it, it has like a ring part, and you can put your fingers in it. In my case, I'm using my middle finger, and the black metal piece hides completely behind that middle finger. So this is how it looks from the back, and this is how it looks on the front view. Right? So all you need to do is curve your fingers real fast, and you'll see this black piece get flicked back, and you can catch it with your thumb, and whatever hides behind your palm can be produced like that. So in real time it looks like this. All right, of course we're going to do more motions and just explain right now. And from here you can peel off the top card, flick the cards back, and you can reproduce. And that is the basic secret of this effect. And in the next section we're going to show you how to construct your own gimmick. Alright guys, now let's open the box and see what you guys received. Check them out. So over here we have this special PVC card. This we're gonna call it the locking card. This is mainly we're gonna use for lock all the individual pieces on it. And this is the main unit of the entire gimmick, which we're gonna add this to this locking piece later. And we have some magnets to produce multiple cards. Like produce a fan of cards, and we have some sponge cord that we can use it to fix this locking part. Right? Also, we have a foam tape. It's super strong, kind of like a double-sided tape, but it's super sticky. And also, we have a brand new deck of cards. It's in bridge size. Also, we have 2 pieces of the velvet tape. All right, and of course, as a bonus, we provide you with a flap card. You can make one yourself, but here's the one already made for you. So we're going to use this to change card into confetti. Alright, so that's all the materials we have. Now let's show you how to construct your own gimmick. Alright guys, now let's start to make your own gimmick. Check them out. So those are all the materials you need. A pair of scissors, double-sided tape. Grab out this brand new deck of bridge-sized cards. And by the way, you guys can use manipulation cards, which is a lot thinner compared to regular cards. But this is what we provide for you guys, so you guys can start right away. And also main unit, and as well as a locking piece, and also this double-sided tape here. And let's start with the locking card right here. So this will be the face of the locking card. And let's open this brand new deck of cards. And because if you guys want to do the manipulation cards, that'll be a lot thinner. That will you can produce more cards with the same thickness. So this is just a regular plain cards you guys can start with. So let's take a random cards out. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick this cards on the face of this locking card right here. Okay, so this is the back. This is the front, so we're gonna stick that on the front. It may look like the locking card is a little bit wider compared to the card we're using, but it was totally fine because we're utilizing the black art. We'll explain more in the later section. So don't worry about that for now. So let's tape this 9 of clubs. It can be any card, it doesn't matter. Just put some double side tape on it. So we are going to stick this piece on the front of the locking card like that. All right. It doesn't need to be perfect, but you guys take more time, you can do a better job. All right. So like that is fine. Now it depends on which hand you're gonna produce the cards from. I'm using my right hand to produce a card. So what I do is I will, you see there's 4 loop on the back. So what we do is we're actually gonna stretch it out and put it on the corner like that. So this will be our locking system. So this is how to lock all the individual cards together as a pile of cards. So if you produce from your right hand, you're gonna do those 2 corners. All right, so do the same thing on the back. We're gonna stretch it out and move to the front. So this is how it looks. So if you produce from your right hand like me, put those 2 on. So if you use your left hand, you're gonna put the other 2 loops. So it's gonna cover the pips or the numbers of the card. So for now, I'm assuming you guys all use your right hand. So let's just leave like this for now. All right, so now we're gonna take this metal piece, we're gonna stick this on the black art piece. So now we're gonna find out where is the right location for you guys. Now there's many options you guys can go for. I personally like to put a gimmick on my middle finger. That's where I find the most comfortable to produce the cards. You guys can do it with your ring finger as well. So the whole thing is exactly the same. It's just personal preference, how you guys like it. So and also if you find your fingers if it's too loose on your finger, you can press it down because it's made of metal. You can adjust the size, right? So it's totally up to you guys to try them out to find the most comfortable position. And usually we place the ring somewhere in the the middle part of your middle finger, right here. All right, so if the ring is right here, it's very comfortable for me to curve my fingers like that to shoot the gimmick flick and touch my middle finger. All right, so that is how to put this gimmick on your fingers. Now we're gonna figure out how we're gonna put those 2 units together. So this is about the right position for me, right? You can move it downwards, you can move it upwards like that. It doesn't really matter. If you use your ring finger, for example, you're probably gonna stick it somewhere over here, okay? I'm using my middle finger, so I'm gonna stick it right over here. And I know if I stick here, if I lift out of my hand, the whole black piece will be hidden by my hand, right? So that's the whole idea. You want to find the right position to so the whole locking card can be hidden behind the pawn. So now, once you confirm with the position, you can put down on the table, and we're gonna peel one side of this tape first, and we're gonna put this on here, on the metal piece first. All right, press it down, take a pair of scissors, you can just cut it. And it's kind of like a half moon shape. So that is how you trim it off. And for the leftovers, you can keep them maybe later on if you want to change the position, or you can use that. So now we can peel off the top protective layer. Now we're gonna put this back on the position where you find is right for you. So press it down. Now do a quick check, make sure it actually works. All right, so this is how it looks from the back, and this is how it looks at the front. So from here, we're gonna test out the gimmick and make sure it works. We'll just curve your fingers real quick, and you're gonna catch it with your thumb like that. So if you can do this smoothly, and you just successfully made your own gimmick. All right, so that is a very basic part of the gimmick. Next section, we're gonna teach you how to produce individual cards. Alright guys, so before we start to learn all the different handlings or amazing way to produce a card, here's a precaution for you guys. We are in a studio environment with super strong lights, and also the background, as you can see, it's a grayish green color. It's not ideal for performing this effect. We're only doing this to show you guys how the cards are being produced in slow motion, so just for explanation purpose. So please do not worry if you see the cards, the black art piece you can see in the middle air. It doesn't matter, because that is we want to show you. And in the later section, in tips section, we'll share with you what is the right environment to put to perform this effect. All right, so be sure to watch the entire DVD, all the explanation sections, before you actually perform and go out to amaze your friends. So with that being said, now let's move to the next section. Alright guys, now let's learn how to do the individual card production. Now first thing we do is how to do the setup, and check it out. So all you need is the main device right here, and also some playing cards. So it's totally up to you guys how many cards you guys want to produce. You can produce from like 1 up to like 15 or 20 cards, as long as all the cards can fit inside this locking part. Alright, so for the maximum visual of the effect, we're gonna take red cards as well as black cards. Right, so what we do here is we are going to interlace them. So it's going to be one red after another black, after red, after black. So you're going to produce different colors each time. So once you confirm with all the cards you want to be produced, so what you're going to do is you're going to insert them into the locking part here. Like this one we put here. So you're going to put the top part inside the loop and put the bottom part inside the loop as well. Alright, so because of the locking system and all the cards are stuck together like a pile of cards, and whatever you do is always going to stay in shape. So now let's put this on, and that is how to set up this individual card production. Alright, so now we're gonna talk about how to get in for this effect. And now it's totally up to you guys, depends on the routine you designed for the act. I'm gonna take a very common example for you guys. So let's say you're gonna use the hat as a container to catch all the cards, so they don't need to fall on the floor, right? So the easiest way is you hide this gimmick inside the hat. So it can be you take something out from the hat, you put something back in. So use whatever reason to put your hand inside the hat, and what happens is you're gonna make sure it's in the right direction for you to put in the middle finger, not in this way. So that's not right. So make sure it'll be like that. So you can have the hat here, you can put it in, and use the hat as a cover. I'm gonna flip this entire pile of cards to my back simply by straighten up all my fingers, right? So once you put your fingers in, you basically do like that. So you can show your hands like that, and from this position you can be able to produce the cards. So very easy. All you need to do is curve your fingers real quick. So I'm gonna do this with my hands still. So that is how it looks. But when you perform on the stage, you can move your fingers like that, as long as you don't expose the gimmick on the back. You can try it in front of the mirror, just do like that, and imagine you're gonna grab the cards from thin air, maybe somewhere over here. You're gonna go up and you're gonna put down like that. So that will hide the motion of the black art piece flip over, right? So you want to do it nice, fast, and you're gonna hopefully to make the appearance look very instant. Yeah, it's just instant appear in your fingers, and it's so critical you move your fingers. So in that way, your audience know there's nothing on your hands. So you can do like that, and you just grab the cards from thin air. And from here, what you do is we're gonna do a buckle move to release the top card, so we can produce a different card. So it's gonna look like we grabbed one card, but it's actually a lot of cards in your hand. So what we do is we're gonna put your pinky on the bottom, your index finger on the top. So without all the fancy moves, this is how it looks. So you're gonna use your thumb to push down on the top card to let it comes off from the bottom, right? So it's already off from the bottom, but it's still looping on the top. So what we do is you're gonna keep your thumb there, all right? At the same time, you're gonna extend, straighten up all your fingers. So what happened is in slow motion, this card gets flicked out like that. And the audience will see your hands is completely empty again with your fingers widely open. So that is how to do it. So one more time, we'll grab a different card. Now it's a different color that looks very visual. Now same thing, we're gonna have a pinky on the bottom. We're gonna use your thumb to press down until the top card comes off from the bottom. Now keep your thumb there. Now you just straighten up your fingers. Just like that, that card just flies away. Now you just grab a different card. So you guys need to practice this move. So all you don't even to look, you just feel how your fingers. So you can even hear the sound of the cards come out. So from here, one more time, you just buckle. It comes off from the bottom right corner, and just flick your hands. The cards goes away. Get another card. You can flip it. You can toss in the hat if you want. You can grab another card and you just toss in the hat. Grab another card. Just repeat the same procedure. So it depends on how many cards you have. So you're gonna repeat the same move how many times, right? So from here, you're gonna continue produce card until you hit the last card. There are no more cards. So what you should do now. Here is how to get out, because the gimmick is still on your fingers. So what you do is you put your index finger on the short side here. So what you do is you actually press, and you'll see this gimmick comes off from your middle finger, just like that, right? So now you can hold the gimmick in your hand. You can show the last card and simply drop inside the hat. Now you are completely clean. You can continue without the effect. So if this is something you guys choose to end the card manipulation. So once again, produce the last card from thin air. Then you put your index finger on top. You press, and that will release the middle finger from the ring. And you're gonna hold on the black piece on the back. Otherwise, it's gonna open up. Right? You can hold on. So you can show the cards. You just drop in the hat, and you show your hands completely empty. So that is a very basic way to use a gimmick to produce individual cards from your hand. Alright guys, now let's talk about how to turn the cards into confetti. Now check it out. Those are all the materials you need. So we need a double-sided tape, some confetti. You can pick your favorite color. So we're gonna use the white because it's the most common color and looks the best on the stage. Once you turn the cards is mainly the white color, so it looks quite similar. So now also the flap card, we provide you guys with. You can make your own flap card as well. And you can open it up, and once you release, it flips to the other side. We're not going to use this for the purpose of color change. You're going to use this as an invisible container to keep all the confetti pieces in between the two layers, and also the main unit here. And we're going to peel the top pieces off because we're going to replace it with the flap card. So we're going to take that piece off. We're going to do the same thing, just like how we prepare for the individual card production. Take double-sided tape and put it on the back. All right, so once we apply double-sided tape on the back of the flap card, and make sure we don't put any glue thing on the thread, right? So we're gonna make sure it's super free. And right now we're gonna place it, stick it back on this gimmick unit just like that. Now let's talk about the orientation of the flap car. Once you put your finger into it, the loop should be pointing upwards. So once you open up the flap, it should open downwards like that. Okay, so this is in case you're producing doing everything with your right hand. So if you do with the left hand, you're gonna tilt it upside down. So you're gonna go up, right? So now most of you guys gonna produce the cards with your right hand. So we're gonna leave like this. So we're gonna test it out. So you open up like that. All right. So when you curve your finger, it comes back, and the loop is pointing upwards. And once you open the flap, it goes downwards like that. All right, so once we confirm with the positions right, one more thing before we do it, we're gonna put this locking rubber cord over it, just like how we do with the individual card production. So now we have one on each corner like that. All right, now we're gonna release the top layer of the flap card. So now we can use the flap card open and close like that. All right, so now once you've done that, we're gonna lay this down on the table. Just put all the confetti pieces inside like that. All right, so you guys can put more. In that way, it will be more tight, so all the confetti will group together as one single block. So now we're gonna close the flap like this. All right, so it looks much like a container to keep all the confetti pieces inside. Now, if I release my thumb, the flap card is gonna naturally open by itself, but we don't want that to happen. So we're gonna put this rubber cord to keep the flap in the right position. So now once you're done, you should have something that looks like this. So it looks just like any other cup production, but now you can produce the lost card, which is not a normal card, it's a flap card, and with all the confetti inside. So what happened here is you can use your thumb to move this rubber cord and release the flap card. So, or you can use your pinky as well. Depends on which way you guys find convenient for you guys. So I'm gonna use my pinky right now. I'm just gonna release like that. Now look, I'm gonna let it go. So now this rubber cord release the corner, but I'm still hold on the flap with my thumb, so it doesn't trigger the flap. So what happened here is I'm going to release my thumb and extend and straighten up all my fingers, and two things are going to happen. The flap card is going to open by itself, all the confetti will come out, and the entire unit will shoot back behind my hands. So this is how it looks. Just like that, you see all the confetti was down on the floor. It looks really beautiful. Now it looks empty. It's like we turned the lost card into the confettis. Alright guys, now we talk about the get out of this effect. So at this stage, you already turned the entire cards into confettis. Now you open your hands and the gimmick is still behind your palm, right? So now you have a choice. You can put your hands inside the container or the hat. In my case, you can ditch the gimmick inside the hat and produce and take something out, and you can introduce a new item. So in that way, you basically clean and ditch out the gimmick, right? That is one of the options for you guys to get out from this effect. Or you guys can produce one more card, and just like how we get out from the individual card production, you take the gimmick off from your middle finger, and now you drop the card inside the hat. And here is why it works, because before we turn this card into the confetti, it was the 10 of clubs. Then we turn that into confetti. Now we produce another card, even though it's the same flap card, but because the flap card turns to another face, now it's a Queen of Hearts, that creates the illusion it's a different card. So it's like whole thing is done, but we're gonna do one more surprise for your audience. Like even now we can produce one more cards. So it's truly you grab the thing from thin air, right? So that is another option for you guys to do. You can produce a lost card and just drop inside there, just like individual card production. So that's it. That's everything about the handling. Hope you guys can enjoy that. And remember, you guys can mix and match. So you don't need to necessarily just do individual. You can start with a fan, drop the fan, do the individual card production, and end with turn the last card into confetti. Then you can produce another card, drop the gimmick. So it's totally up to you guys and for you guys to try them out. Alright guys, now let's try the fan production. So what happened is we're gonna produce a fan of cards, toss on the floor, show your hands empty, then produce individual cards. So that is a basic sequence for this. Now let's check out how do you guys set up this. So all you need is double-sided tape. We're gonna grab all the magnets out and the cards you're gonna use for manipulation and for the fan actually. Also the cards you're gonna produce after the fan. Of course, we're gonna have our main unit here. So now let's talk about the different type of cards again. So I'm using a regular plain cards. That is the same cards you can buy from a convenience store, which they're super thick. They are not ideally for do this card manipulation on the stage. The best card to use is the manipulation cards, which is super thin. It's like it can be a quarter of the thickness that you have 54 different cards, right? So I highly recommend you guys to get those manipulation cards and try them on. And also, let's talk about the magnets, because how many magnets we're gonna use, it totally depends on the thickness of the cards. The idea here is we're gonna keep all the cards magnetized together as a block. All right, so now let's do it. So we're gonna work from the end to the beginning. So we're gonna produce a fan of cards, then we're gonna produce individual cards, and we're gonna take the gimmick off in the end. So we're gonna put all the individual cards in first. Okay, so we're gonna reverse engineer. So I'm gonna decide to produce 4 cards after the fan production of the fan. So I'm gonna put 4 cards in, and same thing, we're gonna interlace them so it's different color, one at a time. So same setup, just like how we produce individual cards. All right, so we are set for the cards off the fan. I'm gonna put this aside. Now for the fan cards, the same idea, we want to interlace them. So you can try like between maybe 8 to 15 cards, up to you. So usually like I think 8 cards is good to look like a fan on the stage. So I'm gonna take 4 cards of each color and I'm gonna do the same thing, I'm gonna interlace them. So once we spread them, it's gonna look really beautiful and looks like a lot of things going on, right? So that's the idea. We're gonna interlace all the colors. Now, except those 2, we're gonna make a magnetic card. So you're gonna grab any cards you like. We are going to put 4 magnets on each corner of this magnetized card. Okay, so we're gonna use double-sided tape now. You can start by put 4 pieces of double-sided tape on each corner, like this. I'm doing this real quick, so when you guys actually setting this up, just slow down and make everything precise and nice. All right, so once you're done, you're gonna take 1 piece of magnet and simply put on the corner. Okay, you can also use like a super glue, so you will actually be more secure. So just for now, I'm using this double-sided tape, so we don't need to wait. All right, so there you go. So put that on 4 corners like that. All right, so once you're done, you basically create your magnetized card, and this card is gonna go on top of all the cards you're about to fan. Okay, and of this is gonna go on top of the individual cards like that. Okay, so then we're gonna flip the entire thing over and we're gonna add more magnet on the back. So make sure all the magnet can attach to each other. So I'm putting 4 on each corner. I'm putting 2 on each corner like that. Right, so that is how it looks. So I'm going to, same thing, I'm going to use double-sided tape to tape them down on the right position. You simply drop on top the magnet. It's gonna do the magic to find the right position. So again, you can use super glue. I think that is better option. It's more secure in a way. So just repeat the same step for all the corner. All right, press them down, and basically you finish the entire gimmick for producing 5 cards, and we're gonna produce individual cards after that. Right, so the amount of magnet also it really depends on the thickness of the cards and how many cards you want to produce as a fan. All right, so once you are ready to perform, the setup, the get in, get out is exactly the same thing. So if you miss this part, you can go back to the individual card production. So we're gonna just skip that part, and we're gonna start from production. Alright guys, now we're on the stage to produce a fan of cards, so the procedure is gonna be exactly the same. It's gonna feel a little bit heavier because we have magnets on the gimmick. So you're gonna reach in the air, curl your fingers real fast, and you catch all the cards with your pinky, index finger, and your thumb on the bottom like that. So instead of peeling off the top card, buckle the first card like the individual thing, we are going to fan the cards. So imagine you actually have the cards in your hand. So if you know how to fan the cards, normal deck of cards, how to fan the cards, you should do the same thing. So basically you move your thumb to somewhere close to the bottom of the corner here. You basically just spread all the cards like that. Right, so you can spread all the cards like this. Now you still have the gimmick on the back, right? So idea here is the same thing. The moment you toss all the cards on the floor, what happened on the back behind all the cards is you actually extend your middle finger. So you flip this entire gimmick to the back of your hand like that. And by the way, we're gonna use a Sharpie to color all the silver parts so it doesn't look shiny when you perform it. I'm just doing this so you guys know the location of the magnet. So when you guys actually perform it, make sure you color with a Sharpie, or you can use a velvet we provide you guys with to just cover them up, right? So so from here we have all the cards spread out like this. Now it's gonna look like this. We're gonna toss the cards, or you can just open your fingers and have the gimmick, toss the gimmick behind your back. So it's gonna look like that, right? It looks pretty free. It's like you just grab a fan of cards, you display them, you toss them on the floor, and nothing left in your hands because all your fingers are open. Now we're gonna do the same thing again. So from here, you're gonna continue with individual card production. So you buckle the cards just like how we teach you guys in the first section, then release it, produce another card until you hit the last card. You're gonna take it off, show it, dropping the hat on the floor. Now you're basically clean. So that is a basic run through for how to produce a fan of cards. Alright guys, so that's all the handling we got for you guys. So after you get hold on how to produce the cards with this gimmick, you may want to try with different objects. So basically anything can hidden behind you, you can produce that, right? So you guys are really smart. I think you already think about bills. Why not produce some bills from their hands, right? So of course you can do it. So the setup is really easy. So we're gonna take the locking cards away just by having this metal piece here. So we're gonna have a bill, preferably a brand new bill, and make sure it's super straight like that. Then you're gonna put some double-sided tape on it and just stick on the middle, right here. All right, so now once you curve your finger, the momentum gonna bring the piece out like that and straight out like this, right? So the best place to put this gimmick on is it doesn't expose the gimmick at the front angle. So make sure it doesn't go out. So you can always hold it like this, right? So once you're happy with the position, you know where to stick this metal piece. Now we're gonna fold that in half and make sure it doesn't expose from the middle of your fingers. From this angle, your audience won't see anything. So you still can wiggle your fingers like that, and all you need to do, same thing. Grab from the air and curve your fingers And just like that, boom, you got a bill from the thin air. Alright, so obviously you can vanish it too, and grab it back like that. So how to clean it up is basically just take the ring off from your finger, and you can display the bill. You can fold it in half, and you can put it inside a pocket or do other things with it. And that is how to produce a single dollar bill. Now you may want to produce multiple bills at the same time. The setup is quite easy too. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna find some magnet. So you're gonna stick one on the back of another card, and you stick another magnet over here. So now what happens is two magnet is gonna magnetize itself like that. So it's gonna create a little pocket. You can fit as many dollar bills that you like. You can put, let's say, multiple bills inside, in between those two magnets, and have them magnetized together. And you can fold them up as a pile like that, and put this on your fingers like this. Alright, so from the back, that's how it looks like, and the front angle looks like that. So you can grab all the bills from air. Now at this moment, you can take it off, display all the bill, or the moment you produce all the bills, you can do a nice fan to fan all the bills in the air like that. Right, it's totally up to you guys, and there you go. Just let your imagination run wild and see what kind of objects you can do to produce from thin air. So that's it. Hope you guys will enjoy them. Alright guys, now we got a few tips we want to share with you. Check them out. The first one we'll talk about is the ring of the gimmick. We're going to talk about the size, we're going to talk about the color tone. So first thing is about the size. Like we explained in the previous section, it is adjustable size. So if you think it's too big, just squeeze it down, right? Don't worry, just press it down. The metal is gonna move. You can adjust to your finger size. Also depends on what your finger you're gonna put on, either middle finger or ring finger. The effect is exactly the same. Just how you find it comfortable, what is the best fit you. That is most important thing. Just try them out, experiment. And another thing I know you guys probably gonna be worried about is the skin tone of the color. So you see there's multiple different colors here. So once you guys receive, you're gonna have a color that look like this. But you know, everyone have different skin tone. The best way to fix it is actually to go to a local convenience store to buy the Band-Aid or some other skin color look material. You can peel this layer off and replace with other color that is most close to your skin tone. So for me, I made those two, and this one for me will be a little bit too light. You can see it's look a bit more obvious compared to other color. And this one here, maybe a little bit too dark, but it so depends on the lighting situation. It could look fine, that'll be all right. And the last one here, I find is the most suitable for me. So it's just buy different color Band-Aid and put them on. Also remember, this is a stage prop. Your audience naturally watch you perform from a distance. So in that way, at the same time, they don't know what to look for. Plus, you are constantly move your hands and keep your hands busy. Open your fingers like that. In your audience perspective, there's nothing in your hands, and you are not gonna keep in this position for too long. You're gonna produce cards right after. So your audience attention is always jump from one place to another. Now this part is gonna be totally invisible for them. So do not worry. And when you perform, remember always move your hands up and down like that, right? To keep your hands busy. So in your audience perspective, all they see is one hand is opening all the fingers and moving up and down, right? So this is empty in their perspective. All right, so that's everything about the color and the size of the ring. So hope you guys will find this helpful. Alright guys, now tip number 2. Let's talk about the angle for this effect. So the angles for this effect is pretty okay. It's about 180 degrees. Imagine you have yourself perform on the stage. Obviously, there is no one gonna stand beside you or even behind you. Everyone is gonna be sitting down right in front of you. That's why the angle for this effect will be very easy to control. Imagine yourself have your hands. Let's say you have an invisible wall right here, okay? You have the back of your hand against that wall, imagine you move your hands up and down against that wall. So that is, you know where is the safe area to show this effect. And or you can imagine yourself is wiping on a window. So you can move your hands up and down like that. So the only bad angle is when you tilt your hands like that. So what happens when you tilt your hands, your audience is gonna start to see a part of the cards exposing to your audience. So always remember you are wiping a window or against a wall to move your hands up and down. In that way, you know you have totally control to cover all the different angles and you're ready to produce the cards. So that's something for you guys to watch out. So keep that in mind and try it. All right, so always keep in mind on the performance environment behind you. You can always do a test right before your performance to make sure the background is dark enough. Adjust the stage lights, make sure the back of the gimmick can blend into the background. Also, one more thing you guys might find is super helpful is the velvet tape will provide you guys with. So if you want to make sure this is 100% safe, if you're still worried about the back is not black enough for you, always peel this one off and stick on top, trim off all the excess. The velvet tape will absorb 90% of the light, so super helpful for you guys to try that. Right, so that's it. Alright guys, now last tip for you guys is the holding position of you grabbing the cards from the thin air. So let's bring the memory back to the moment you grab the cards. Now, because we're gonna grab the cards and do the buckle move, it might look a little bit odd when you hold the cards like this. Imagine how you normally produce your cards from air, from the thin air like this. Your hands are gonna be somehow like this. So we are trying to mimic this position like how we normally produce cards from the back of your hand, right? Like this. We're gonna try to mimic the same movement. So we're not gonna do it like this. We're gonna start to hold the cards somehow like this from the air. So it looks like we just grab the cards. Now what happened is we're gonna do the entire buckle move while you move your hands up and down, okay? So we're not gonna do the move when your hand is still. We're gonna do the buckle move when you move your hands up and down like that. And then we can toss the cards away, right? So always make sure, try your best to mimic the position of your fingers, like how you hold a normal single individual cards in your hands. And also when you do the buckle move, always move the hands up and down to use the big motion of move hands up and down to cover the small motion to buckle the cards and right before you do this release. Right, so that's something for you guys. I think it will be super helpful. Always make sure practice a lot of time. And that's it. That's all the tips we got for you. Hopefully they'll help you guys in the long run. Enjoy them. Alright guys, so that's it. That's everything you guys should know about this effect. The possibility of the gimmick is just endless. Try your best to experiment with different objects. Whatever can hidden behind your palm, you can produce them. Few things to watch out is the weight of the object. If you produce a cell phone, it might be too heavy. So always watch out the weight. If you produce a bill, that will be easy because it's super fast. In that way, you don't really need to care about the background color because the production happens so fast that will just gonna make everything look invisible. If you produce something a little bit heavier, maybe you need to consider the background need to be a little bit dark. You want to perform in a shade. So those are everything you guys need to know about. Alright guys, so once again, this effect is created by our genius friend Bojan, and he has many other creations on our stage line. Make sure you check them out. And my name is Jason. I'll see you guys next time.